Finally! The KEWL podcast is back. Only took a month.
It's been too damn long. Too damn long.
The hurricane took me.
We missed Crash of Champions. We missed Bloodsport. We missed Two Cup Stuff. We missed the fucking show that people jerked cocks off. Man,
Yeah, A&W, the root beer show.
yeah. Hey, quick question for you guys. Anybody want a Sprite cranberry?
Hi. He said it. He said the thing.
All right. Well, it's been long enough. Let's get into this shit. What are we reviewing tonight, boys?
Jump right into it. We're going to start off with, you know what? Let's just start off with the Nick Gage Invitational 4.
Yeah, let's do that.
Live from wherever the fuck they were.
They're in New Jersey, I think. No, they're in Chicago. Where are they?
Yeah, live from Chicago. It is the Nick Gage Invitational 4, the once-a-year Nick Gage Invitational, in which Nick Gage gets his motherfucking gang back together and prepares a deathmatch tournament for the ages. We're going to start off with the king himself, Nick Gage, introducing himself. Then out comes hashtag Butter Guy, Cody Rice, and Matthew Justice.
You know, prior to this match, Nick Gage actually got on the mic and said that every match he competes in tonight, he will put the GCW title on the line. So you got to add that caveat to that this is a GCW title match opening the damn show.
Basically, pretty much guaranteeing that he's going to win the entire tournament.
Don't say that.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Well, I'm going to put my title on the line. Okay, the guy who hasn't lost the title in fucking over, 2 years?
Yes.
Almost 2 years? Yeah, okay, he's going to lose now. All right, sure. All right.
I should be out here spoiling the entire goddamn event.
Are you saying that wrestling's fake?
Am I saying that wrestling's fake? Yes. Yes, I am.
Are you saying that a guy who calls out all his friends to go beat his ass in Chicago isn't legit about it?
Right. So how about that light tube atomic drop spot?
Oh, yeah. That was a great one.
Oh, yeah.
We had, in this match, Matthew Justice did what is apparently a reoccurring thing in his matches, jumping off of high places and nearly killing himself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
He is good at that. I have written in my notes that Rice got suplexed onto a pile of steel plastic chairs. I don't know what he meant by that.
Well that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, the solid steel plastic chair.
Yeah. I guess. Anything else you gotta say about this match?
She's a stunt granny.
Yeah. Out of all the matches, this is probably the least I was into it. This was not the best match, but I mean, this was a very good card. So it was still a good match, but yeah, this was the least memorable of them all.
It's
all right.
Certainly the okayest match.
Any final notes?
You want me to say the finish, or do you want it?
Well, so the finish is a pile driver. It wasn't a pile driver off the ropes on the hashtag Butter Guy?
Yeah,
it was a pile driver onto Nick Gage. A pile driver from Nick Gage onto Justice, onto Tubes, onto Butter Guy.
For the 1, 2, 3, gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
I gave it an 83.
I gave it an 81. And it the finish definitely was a good part and a good finish, just incredible.
When did I become the cynic? Like I'm just saying, when did I become cynical with the wrestling reviews? Because I gave this match a 78.
You always have been.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, no. Shout out to Just Incredible real quick and Rip Rogers, whoever the fuck that guy is. Who are you? He's the head trainer for Ohio Valley Wrestling.
What the hell is Ohio?
Okay, so let me just say this real quick. The guy that trained Mr. Marvelous Melvin Maximus thinks he can comment on other wrestling companies. I'm just saying that right now. Impossible.
Ohio Valley Wrestling's Japanese for Hello Valley Wrestling.
Ohio.
And let's get this straight here. Deathmatch wrestling doesn't have to be your cup of tea. But, there's plenty of people who like it. So just shut the fuck up. Don't talk about it if you don't like it.
Right.
That's
And,
my 2 cents.
I mean, the thing with Just Incredible is that it's been widely recognized he was the worst ECW champion. I don't think so. I like Just Incredible, but for him to come sideways at Matthew Justice and Cody Rice for doing deathmatch spots in deathmatch wrestling, I mean, he's like, well, guys, if you're doing spots like this, do it at the end of a feud or make it matter. It's like, do you know how many times ECW did shit that didn't matter but just did it?
He's just mad that. He's just mad that wearing pink jock straps on your head didn't catch on.
He's just mad he's the worst member of the Impact players.
Ooh.
He's the least charismatic member of the Impact players. My bad. Oh, Lance Storm. All right, we move on to Jimmy Lloyd.
People are at my house. I can't do it.
Rip.
Versus the Wizard King, Orin Veidt, versus Yuko Miyamoto. Glass dust.
Oh, yes, there was so much of that shit in the air. I'm surprised someone didn't die of mercury poisoning.
Yuko ate the light tube. My bad, not the table.
And I don't know if either of you two noticed this, but after he bit the light tube, he spit it out at a fan.
Well, that fan deserved it.
He turned to the fan and spit glass on the fan, and they looked caught completely off guard by it.
I would be too. All of a sudden, there's glass and spit on me from this angry Asian man.
Yeah.
Okay. I just realized I'm glad we didn't do the Clash of Champions review because I only have the pre-show rated.
Oh, so you had the good part.
Well, the Clash of Champions wasn't really a good pay-per-view.
It was not. So we'll talk about a good pay-per-view. I'm glad I missed the table. I don't know what that means. But it ends with the greetings from Asbury Park through the door on Orin Veidt for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen.
Oh, I got that table spot. I think you might have mentioned. I have written in here that Veidt threw Yuko from the top rope onto a table with light tubes on it, and the camera caught none of that.
Oh yeah!
I'm glad I missed it.
After the spot, it cuts to the cameraman on the other side of the ring, and
Running.
he has to run to the action. Quality camera work.
I'm glad I missed the table.
This is the better of the two shows we're talking about today. The better of them with productions.
Yes.
Oof. So, gentlemen.
Ratings?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. 87%. I kind of really like the match.
Oh, this was a tremendous match. I also gave it an 87. I was teetering on 90, but I felt like that would be too generous. The certain parts had me not liking it, but, very good match nonetheless.
Here comes old Hash to be the cynic again. I rated that an 80.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, hold up. It's been so long, I forgot. Cactus, ring the motherfucking bell. I suppose that'll work.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to ring. I just have a piggy bank.
Yeah, fuck it.
What?
Shake the maracas then.
Shake, Sonora. Shake your body right.
All right.
Work, Sonora. Work it all the time. We move on to Mance Warner versus Schlack versus Father Matt Tremont, the bulldozer himself.
This match was fun.
And I'll open up with this. This may be spoiling my rating here. This was match of the night. This match was insane from start to finish. Complete action.
I wrote down that this was World Star quality.
Yes.
These guys are just beating the shit out of each other. I was surprised no one just yelled, World Star!
Let me just rain on the parade a little bit by noting something that aggravated me, and that's the fact that there's light tubes lining the ring ropes, all around the ring ropes, and they just use it to thwack each other in the head. They didn't use it for any ring rope spots, and that kind of annoyed me.
Yeah, that is kind of
the same shit, though.
That is kind of bad, but they made up for it in many places in this match.
Schlack got fucking bodied.
Oh yeah,
multiple times. Matt Tremont just fucking bodied Schlack. It's like, oh god.
An interesting note about this match, and I believe one of the two of you pointed this out. This was like wall-to-wall action. All three men were together and fighting the entire match. No one was resting to the side. No one was just waiting for their turn for a spot. If one man took a spot, the other man took a spot. It was all three of them just stuck together and just were fighting the entire time.
I would like to give a quick shout out to the person who did point that out, my girlfriend.
Oh, shout out to Hash's girlfriend.
Yeah, shout out to Hash's girlfriend. Well, we were talking about it because, fun fact, she loves deathmatch wrestling more than any other kind of wrestling. Like, I'll try and get her to watch Strong Style. I'll try and get her to watch American Style. Deathmatch wrestling, her eyes are open, her eyes are focused on the TV the entire fucking time. So thanks, GCW, for hosting multiple deathmatch tournaments a year so I can have an excuse to show my girlfriend wrestling. So during the time she's been watching it, she said this was the only time all three men stuck together the entire time. There was no powdering out. They were just on each other like white on rice. They were on each other like shit or flies on shit.
They were on each other like bad wrestling onto Marcus Crane. Yep.
Oh!
We'll talk about that later, won't we?
Jinx!
Now, there was a spot in this match where...
Oh, did somebody say Sprite Cranberry?
Where the skewers were broken out, and we had some stabby shit.
Ooh.
I believe, what was it, Schlack or Mance? I don't remember who delivered it, but it was definitely on to Matt Tremont. I recognized that ground
Mance.
Beef head anywhere.
It was Mance.
Okay, Mance takes the skewers, and the good old spot, puts it against the forehead, and then just whacks him. All of the skewers were sticking out of Tremont's head, and then he just starts punching him. And that was great.
Which led into Schlack coming at him with a fucking staple gun. What are the cheap ones though? We're not rich like Nick Gage where we can afford like Stanley. No, we got to use the fucking Walmart brand. And he stapled Mance Warner's tongue to a fan.
And then after Mance gets his tongue off of the fan, Schlack is like, you know what? Here's another one. He staples his tongue again, giving old Mancer a nice tongue piercing.
So, guys, what else do we have to talk about during this match?
Are we gonna ignore the fact that Schlack gave Mancer antennas for a little bit?
Yes.
Yes. No. It was that was awesome. Anything else, boys?
There's a lot to talk about, but
yeah, this match. Honestly, we could probably do an entire podcast episode on this match.
Schlack knows sold a bunch of dick kicks.
Yeah,
Schlack doesn't care about your dick kicks,
but like he went down for like to a punch after that. So I'm not sure.
Well, it's wrestling, and he's Schlack. So
we're gonna hot shot to the finish because we got a shit ton of shit to talk about today. So we're gonna hot shot to the finish. Schlack gets slammed through a table by Tremont. Tremont turns around sitting. Oh, hey, look, a bundle of tubes coming towards me. I'll grab this. Oh, God, it's Mance Warner. Knee pad up, knee pad down. 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen.
I gave it a 94%.
I gave this a 95. Amazing match. Just
Woo!
like I
said. Optimist. 97.
Oh, wow.
And I was going to convince you guys to put this in Deathmatch Hall of Fame, or not Deathmatch Hall of Fame, Deathmatch Match of the Year.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I would 100% agree with that.
All right, move on to the Tournament of Death winner, Tournament of Survival. Alex Colon taking on Eric Ryan, taking on long list of nicknames. The Devil's Big Red Dick, Marcus Crane.
Yes. Speaking of big red dicks, Marcus Crane came out with a giant dick, a big red dick, and not only did it have not only did he have the dick, it had balls, and he had this shit-eating grin as he circled around the ring, and the camera panned in on his face, the shit-eating grin on Marcus Crane's face. I forgot he was a bad wrestler for a second, and I loved this man.
Okay,
no, I forgot that he had balls for a second. The commentary never really mentioned it after that.
Oh yeah, never. Definitely weren't constantly asking what's in the balls. What's in the balls?
We got fucking 7 over here. I will take your kids. Standards and practices. People might find this gimmick offensive. Oh, the child fucking abductor? Maybe someone's gonna find the child abductor offensive? Who would have fucking guessed? But speaking of Schlack's shit-eating grin, I was going to write that down in my notes, but subconsciously I just wrote, Marcus Crane sucks.
Marcus Crane's shit-eating grin, my friend, not Schlack.
Schlack!
I
I'm
could
sorry.
see how you could confuse them. Marcus Crane is a physical specimen, just like
Look,
Schlack.
Look, I'm calling back to our one of our last episodes. Schlack is the hate, and Marcus Crane is a trash disaster. So I love Eric Ryan. Eric Ryan always fucking brings it every time he wrestles.
Definitely.
There's barbed wire,
I
light tube,
I was
ET.
I was quoted when this card came out saying that had it been any other wrestler aside from Marcus Crane, this would have had match of the year, at least deathmatch match of the year potential, with Alex Colon and Eric Ryan and anyone else. But it was Marcus Crane.
Drop toe hold onto the
Onto the weed whacker.
Okay, I fucking had a stroke or something because I don't know what the hell I wrote.
Yes, Eric Ryan just completely left during the middle of the match.
WHACUER. Wakuer.
Well, not only does he hate women, but he is illiterate as well.
Not only am I illiterate.
That is all. So Eric Ryan leaves, comes back with the fucking weed whacker. At a certain point, they didn't pull the cord enough, so they have to sit there and pull the cord so it'll get into the ring. And they trade blows, everyone trying to use the weed whacker a little bit, until eventually, I believe it was Eric Ryan, ended up taking a drop toe hold onto the weed whacker.
Eric Ryan died.
Oh, yes. Are we talking about the finish here?
How did he die this time? We watched this man like almost die to a near G Raver amount of times.
Look, G Raver and Eric Ryan and there was another guy.
The Great Sasuke?
Sasuke. That's right. They all are just competing to see who's going to die first. That's what happened in Japan. They all made a bet. Which one of us is going to die first? It's going to be me. No, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. That's Sasuke sings and sync frequently. Styles clash.
Yeah, from the middle rope onto Marcus on Marcus Crane onto.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this real quick. That's the third match where someone was slammed onto somebody for the pin.
Yeah.
How many times did that need to happen?
I mean, it looked cool as shit, so I don't mind that it happened.
Yeah, for the 1, 2, 3, gentlemen.
I gave it a 91.
I gave this a flat 90.
Optimist again, 92.
Ooh.
Which as much as we hate Marcus Crane, for some reason he keeps finding his way into 90-plus matches.
Well, Marcus isn't in there to wrestle. Marcus is just in there just to take sick bumps, which in a way I have to respect. He's just in there to get fucked up.
I'm a sick bump. I like a quick fuck. Woo!
He's like Jimmy Lloyd, but like worse. Like if you take Jimmy Lloyd out of his element, he goddamn sucks.
Exactly.
That's like Marcus Crane. Only Marcus Crane sucks either way. It's just that he'll kill himself while sucking.
Yeah, he'll take sick bumps. And as Hash should have said, he's a sick fuck. He'll take a sick bump.
Woo! Up next, Fatal 4-Way Lucha action as Gringo Loco takes on Blake Christian, takes on Alex Zane, taking on the biggest fucking man I've ever seen, pure muscles, Jake Lander. His muscles got 3 different sets of muscles on him. His fucking abs have biceps that have abs.
Why isn't this man on breakout rest of the year?
Oh, he should.
Well, because we only saw him in 1 match.
Exactly. Right. We need to see more, but he definitely deserves to be on there if we see more and he keeps up what we saw.
I mean, it's the same reason why Mr. Walking Out John Poe isn't on there.
He's going to be on there. I'm going to put him on there.
Why?
I hate to take your attention away from Mr. Walking Out John Poe. God bless that man.
Now walk it out.
Jake Lander is the perfect example of you carry yourself well, you look bigger, you look more intimidating. As commentary pointed out, Jake Lander is a paltry 5'2", the same height as Marco Stunt. I am more inclined to believe that Jake Lander could fuck me up than Marco Stunt could.
Look, all I'm saying is it doesn't matter how short a wrestler is; they'll still be taller than my girlfriend.
I guess shout out
Or
to his
Swoggle.
girlfriend again.
Oh yeah, no, she's in the kitchen cooking right now. She's hearing my every word, so that's why I keep dissing her on the down
Right.
low. She
This
can't hear me.
this match was a very good match. I quite enjoyed it, and especially from what we saw from Gringo Loco. Gringo Loco has two settings. He has, as Cactus stated, he has Gringo and he has Loco. He's either gonna fucking suck or he's gonna be amazing. And luckily, he was Loco that night.
Yes. Yeah, and he had 3 great, beautiful men to work with as well.
I just wish MLW got Loco Gringo Loco instead of just Gringo Gringo Loco.
Listen, if he was Loco all the time, he'd be too tired to wrestle.
Remember
Look,
that match? I forgot who he was facing, but it was basically a squash match for that guy, but Gringo Loco won with like 2 moves.
Oh, fucking Zenshi. Zenshi kicked his ass the entire match. Gringo Loco hits 2 moves. It's done. It's like, really?
Anti-squash match.
I fucking hate MLW.
We had plenty of great spots in this match. Like, once again, the biggest little man, Jake Lander, lifting up, and I get it. Blake Christian and Alex Zane aren't really huge, but Jake Lander's not a big man. He lifts both of them up. He has them in a fireman's carry, and then hits a double. I don't know what else to call it other than the Dream Valley Driver. Never heard another name for it. The cartwheel Death Valley Driver onto 2 men at once.
Yeah,
He fucking got bounced to it.
Yeah.
It was great. And like Blake Christian, he's definitely small. Alex Zane, he looks like he might be like 6'3", so he might have some weight on him.
He's a lanky. He is lanky. He's tall, but not big. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, he wasn't lifting up Schlack and Matt Tremont.
Yeah, but that doesn't take away from the fact that, again, he's not huge. So even lifting those 2 up, which is definitely almost probably over 300 pounds, maybe, was a good spot. Showed how strong he was. Made him look impressive.
All I'm saying is Ray's favorite wrestler, Blake Christian, and Alex Zane. They just I honestly feel like they weigh less than 300 pounds soaking wet.
You think so?
I feel like together they're like 280.
Oh, just pushing 300.
Just barely pushing 300. But so speaking of Ray's favorite wrestler, Blake Christian, I got nothing. I just wanted to say that again. Anybody got any other spots in the match, or can we finish?
There was the I believe Gringo Loco had what was it? He had Zane on his shoulders, and Zane had Blake Christian on his shoulders, and Jake Lander hits what it looks like he was going for a poison rana.
Oh yeah, and he almost
broke his own fucking neck coming down from it.
Okay, he did that onto Blake Christian, because not only did fucking Gringo Loco have Alex Zane on his shoulders, Blake Christian somehow ended up on Zane's shoulders. So it was a fucking triple-decker person. So Jake Lander's like, yeah, cool, I can do a poison run off this. There's no balance whatsoever, so they go both just flopping down. I'm surprised Ray's favorite wrestler, Blake Christian, didn't die.
Didn't Gringo Loco do the same thing at 2 Cup Stuff, the event we didn't watch?
They attempted.
And he almost fucking killed both men because Gringo Loco isn't that strong.
Yeah, he was Gringo on that night.
Yeah, he was definitely Gringo at 2 Cup Stuff, the event we didn't watch because we didn't talk about it.
All right, so gentlemen, let's go into that finale as a taco driver for the 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
What do y'all rate the match?
I gave it a 93, very solid.
I gave this a 95, tied with the other match of the night for me.
Ooh, yeah, here it goes. Pessimism rises again.
12%.
Yeah. Close, 89.
Oh, that is very close to 12.
If 89 is pessimistic for this match, then obviously this was a very good match.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Once again, I don't really see the Blake Christian, Alex Zane stuff that you guys do. But then again, Cactus and I had the same conversation. Cactus doesn't see the same shit I fucking about Jake Atlas that I do. and so on and so forth. I don't fucking know what Ray says. We didn't really talk in that conversation, but we move on to
To the
Tracy
main event.
Mothers versus Marco
No.
Stunt.
That match didn't happen.
Yeah, no, nothing.
It only didn't happen
that didn't
because
happen.
I forgot to watch it. Ray refused to watch it because he's got some bias for some fucking reason against one of the greatest wrestlers. And Cactus is just, he doesn't want to talk.
Okay, I'm going to talk about it, okay?
We
Tracy-
belong to the light. We belong to the thunder. What do you rate the match?
You going to let me talk?
What do you rate the match? What do you rate the match?
You
What
shut
the fuck
up.
do you
Talk
think
about-
I rated the match?
Talk about
69.
talk about the match,
Yeah.
Cactus.
Tracy Smothers actually put over GCW, which was interesting. It was very nice. I didn't think he was working a heel at that point. And then he asked the crowd to start singing happy birthday to a man whose birthday was earlier that week, September 17th. And that man is one James Cornette.
Boo! Boo!
Sorry. Name redacted. That man was name redacted. And the crowd wasn't really too happy about that.
Boo!
But he sung happy birthday anyway once Marco Stunt came out. So once that happened, they started fighting. Tracy started doing the normal, he's pulling my hair, he's pulling my tight stuff.
Fuck
then-
Jim Cornette. Yeah, or fuck Jim Cornette.
Name redacted.
Fuck Jim Cornette. All right, sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
By the way, have you gotten that blank shirt yet?
No, the blank shirt has not been in the mail yet. I'm still waiting with patient breath. As soon as I get it, I'm taking pictures of it, and it's going on the cool fucking wrestling page.
Yeah, it's just a blank shirt, though, so I'm not sure what you're going to take pictures of.
Who knows? 69, correct?
69. But yeah, during the match, Tracy Smothers challenged Marco Stunt to a dance-off to the death.
Look, honestly, I'm surprised Marco Stunt's still alive then, because that old southern boy can go. And if I hear a stunt, it's going to be Ultra Mega Max Homicide.
And so they busted moves, you know, they almost fucking, Tracy Smothers, I'm sure, almost popped out his hip. And Tracy Smothers attacked Marco while he was dancing, and eventually, through shenanigans, Marco Stunt won with the schoolboy.
All right.
69%.
Alright, I'll also give that a 69. I didn't watch it. But
DNR.
could it
Did
have
not,
getting
did
anything
not rate because
Do not
I did not
resuscitate.
watch. Do not resuscitate.
Oh yeah, God, man, I can't wait till we actually get to talk about a progress show because I so badly want to talk about fucking Do Not Resuscitate. One of my favorite fucking groups right now.
All right. Well, how about we move on to the main event, boys?
Oh,
The match for the GCW World Heavyweight Championship.
And whoever wins the Nick Gage Invitational 4. So we got Nick Gage. We got Simple Man Manser. We got Yuko Miyamoto. We got Alex Colon. Boys, talk about the match because I really don't have any notes besides the finish.
Nick Gage won.
Yeah.
All right,
Who would have guessed? Nick fucking Gage won his own invitational.
All right, boys. So the finish goes as this: second verse, same as the first. Nick Gage wins. What do you rate the match?
Oh, I'm sorry. There is one spot where Alex Colon got slammed onto the cut White Claw board.
Oof.
Yes.
You mean barely.
Barely, but still.
That seems to
White
be
Claw.
always the case whenever there's a board with any type of can on there, is they never take the full back bump. They just barely hit it. I don't know if that's on purpose or if they just always fuck that spot up.
It could be both. But what do you rate the match, boys?
I gave it an 82. It went by way too quick.
Definitely. Should have been longer. It could have been longer. I also gave it an 82.
Wow.
So I guess shake the maracas.
All right. Who is ready for this? Drum roll, please. 86.
Wow.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Nick Gage celebrating his victory when, what's this? Who's that out of the crowd? Oh my God, it's Ricky Shane Page.
And I hope you know Ricky Shane Page by the look of his goddamn face because the announcers never said it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the commentary was completely fucking dead silent for all this.
It was. So let me ask you boys something real quick, okay? You're trying to prove how hard you are. You're trying to prove how much better you are than someone else. Do you A, fight them at the fucking earliest possible convenience, or do you B, go to other countries and shit talk them because the person who you're trying to fight is a convicted felon and can't leave the United States? What do you do?
Well,
Obviously, the second option.
Yeah, obviously the second option, because that's what Ricky Shane pussy does. Because I swear to God, how dare you fucking call someone out like this and leave the country? Like, what kind of fucking dumb shit does that?
And a bit of a spoiler for, I don't know if we're covering Curtain Call or whatever, but Nick Gage put out the green light on Ricky Shane Page. So wherever he is, that Murder Death Kill Gang, the East Block Hate Club, they're coming for him.
I just realized the irony of, like, with Gage having the title, like, GCW has 2 championships, and one's not allowed in the US and the other one's not allowed out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how that works.
It's pretty fucking stupid. But I mean, I don't know. I like the idea of Ricky Shane Page, and then I've been thinking about it. I've just been continuing thinking about it, and it's like he keeps talking shit. He keeps saying, "Come get me, convict." But doesn't he know doesn't Ricky know that Nick can't actually come get him because he can't leave the fucking country because he's a convicted felon?
I just love the tour response of I can't leave I'm a convicted felon, you dumb piece of shit. Or whatever Gage said.
I can't leave the country. I'm an aggressive felon. I can't leave the country, you sack of shit. Oh, fuck. All right. So, Ricky Shane Page's reveal, I gave 100 because it breathed new life into the title that's kind of felt stagnant for a little bit. But I gotta distract points for Ricky Shane Page as a whole, because who fucking leaves a country after fucking stealing something from somebody and then calls them out the entire time? What kind of fucking pussy shit is that?
That is some pussy ass shit.
We move on to the beach as Beyond Wrestling hosts All Hands on Deck. My bad.
I'm glad there's not any more, like, at least it wasn't a gay joke. That would suck if there was a gay joke on All Hands
I
on
would
Deck.
certainly hate that. I mean, we're very progressive nowadays, and anyone who would make a gay joke at a heel wrestler or manager simply to, say that, oh, they're gay and they're a heel, that's a bad thing. Not the heel part, but the gay thing, I'm glad no one does that.
Psst, that happens quite a bit. Like a lot. If you can't tell with our dripping sarcasm, fuck the Beyond Wrestling commentary team, because, oh, look at him, he was checking out his Grindr account. God, I don't even want to. You know what? We'll get to that. But we'll start off with Chris Statlander taking on Alex Reynolds.
No. We're going to start off before that. They were playing Bro Him by Pennywise, and that's a good song. And I marked
Everything is
that.
off camera.
Yes. A running theme throughout this pay-per-view: terrible camera work and terrible audio mixing.
God.
You know what was in camera, though? Like, almost the entire time? The other 2 fucking cameramen that they never used.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fuck them.
Like, I guess fuck that. This wasn't a live show. This was pre-recorded. They had time to, like, splice in different camera angles, and they chose not to.
Okay, real quick. Once again, fuck the Beyond Wrestling commentary team for making a stupid fucking Area 51 reference.
Yes, calling Chris Statlander, who, of course, if you aren't aware, is the galaxy's greatest alien, calling her an illegal alien because the ring announcer announced her from recently having escaped from Area 51.
I'm not done with the production issues, because that's literally my entire notes for the first match. Because during the entire match, the commentary, one guy was in the left side of the headphones, and the other guy's in the right side.
Everything about the
Well, I guess I didn't pick up on that because I wasn't wearing headphones when I was watching.
It gave me a headache, because not only did they do that, but, like, any time they talked, the sound, the mic in the ring would, like, lower to an almost deafening degree. So it would be constantly shifting from the ring to the commentary, but the commentary was only in one ear. It literally made me have vertigo. It was the worst.
One of the audio problems I did pick up on eventually towards or they fixed it towards the second half of the show, was the entrance music. For like
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire first half of the show, you couldn't hear it. And then on the second half, they fixed it, and it came through perfectly fine. It was playing side by side with the commentary and the ring announcing, but for the whole first half of the show, there was no entrance music, and I didn't know when anyone was coming out aside from the commentary going, "Oh, hey, there's that guy."
Yeah. And once again, this isn't a live show. They could have fucking fixed this.
Let's go back to the production issues. Did anyone else notice that the sound was off sync for like the entire show?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like a split second off, but it was enough to just irritate me the entire time.
Yeah, the production, this is definitely the worst produced show of the year.
Not to mention, real quick as well, someone actually bought the fucking Stone Cold University SCU shirt. That's the most egregious fucking thing of this entire fucking show.
And what else would SCU stand for, though?
I don't know. Who fucking cares anyway? It's not like Southern California is any good. It ends with the fireball spot for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, when you rate the match?
No. The spot's a lot more complicated than that. Because the dude at the outside, I forgot his name, distracted the ref. Okay? So, like, he distracted the ref so Reynolds could do something with Statlander. I forgot what it was. And then the ref checked up on Statlander for no reason whatsoever, and then he checked back up on like the guy so he could use the fireball. The ref was out of place like the entire segment, and it just made it infuriating because the ref's not supposed to look that stupid. You can make a ref look stupid, not that stupid.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, gentlemen, what do you rate the match?
I rated 57.
Oh, wow. I gave this a 75. I enjoyed this match despite all of the like production issues and the shitty ending. I enjoyed it. Like once again, Chris Statlander puts on, in my opinion, a very decent intergender match.
And I gave it a 55.
Hmm.
All right, we move on to there's a beatdown that happens. Their death kill comes out. Then they go to the ocean, which you can't tell because, once again, everything's off camera. For the creatures of the deep to come out of the water, which, once again, you can't see because the fucking camera works off. For them to come in, for them to fight, for fucking Nick Gage to fucking, or somebody to hit a fucking Rings of Saturn. And I guess there was a tap out for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, this is a 35.
I gave it 68. I'm sorry. I popped a lot for the creatures of the deep coming out of the sea. That made me giggle.
How did you
yes.
see? How did you see it?
It was purely all based off of commentators saying, "Well, there's something going on over there," because apparently commentary couldn't see either.
Also, they announced Murloc. I think that's the name.
As Hermit Crab.
Not only that, they announced him as weighing over 7,000 pounds.
Well, he does.
Before we go on to that fucking Chikara bullshit, the commentary team was actually right underneath the hard cam.
Yeah.
Like you see them when the hard cam like fucking gets bumped, and they actually decide to move the hard cam to try and catch some action on the fucking hard cam. What a novel concept! Like Jesus Christ, you see them underneath, and holy shit, they look just as douchey as they sound. Like, at least Kevin Gill. Like, I can forgive Kevin Gill. I can, because he's like, he knows the product. He gets the product. He understands what we want to hear from an announcer, and he's at a vantage point where he can see, not standing on the beach behind 7 rows of people.
Yeah, this is, like, I don't know, the commentary team, like, I guess in hindsight, they're, like, the second worst commentary team I've ever heard. Other than the second clusterfuck match. But they were all drunk, so at least there's that excuse.
Yeah. They were all drunk and they were having fun on spring break.
Yeah, this is like the worst sober commentary team I've ever heard.
Any other comments before? I didn't get any of your guys' ratings. Ray, what was your rating?
Well, for this match, I gave it a 73.
I gave it 68.
Wow, God, I really let production get to me. Holy shit. Because, honestly, this is like one of the worst rated shows I've had this entire year, except for Crash of Champions.
I like Rash of Simians better still.
Rash of Simians. That was it.
Well-
That was the name I kept forgetting. The fucking Rash of Simians, which of course we came up with during the Cedric Alexander fucking match.
I felt really bad. I was like, no, that's just a coincidence.
Had nothing to do with Cedric Alexander. We're just thinking of this and oh shit, Cedric Alexander's out. Oops.
Well,
All right.
what was that rating that you said was so low?
Oh, 35.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next match we move on is Christian Casanova, and I don't remember who he is, so I'm just
Alex
gonna
Zane.
No, not Alex Zane, the fucking guy who was
Oh, Cam Zagami.
Cam Zagami. That's it. It sounded like a fucking SoundCloud rapper. I just couldn't remember.
Yes, Captain Cam came out with his little captain's hat. He had a
Look at him in his wee little boots.
He had
Gets
a
him every
nice white suit. What I think was an ascot. I couldn't tell you. I don't know all about that fashion stuff. But he
Taking
came
on
out dressed
the
as a
sauce.
captain.
It's just find a picture of Ashley Remington. That's basically it.
Except somehow more flamboyant.
Something.
Psych! No one can be more flamboyant than Dalton Castle. God, I miss when Dalton Castle got the world title for Ring of Honor much too late. Just like how I miss the fact that they kept the title on Matt Taven, even though their undercard consisted of Bandito and Jeff Cobb and fucking Mark Haskins and Tracy Williams and the Briscoes and everybody else besides Matt Taven.
Someone here is a fucking Melvin.
You know,
I don't give a shit if that makes me melt. Fuck Matt Taven.
I'd hate to interrupt your shitting on
Ring of Honor.
ROH to actually talk about the show we're reviewing. This was actually a pretty good match, in my opinion.
It was better than all the others, but once again, production issues just kept dragging me down.
Both men in this match are very good workers, extremely athletic, and there were a lot of great spots, a lot of diving to the outside, which was an interesting dynamic given that they were on the beach and that all of the outside spots were to the sand.
Hot sand.
Yeah, which props to the shitty commentary who had a good call pointing out how hot the sand was.
Okay, yeah, never mind. The commentary did a couple things right, so I can't call them the worst.
Yeah, you can.
You had a spot where
I can't.
Alex Zane leapt over the referee for an outside dive.
Oh yeah, he did a tope corn halo over the ref.
Yes. Just further showcasing his athleticism, just jumping over a man and the ropes, not touching either of them. For the
Later on,
dive.
he did a falling last ride powerbomb.
There was a double underhook thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they fucked it up. I just wrote down double underhook thing. I think they might have fucked something up, and I wrote it down as like my snarky remark about the spot. But like, I honestly wish I remembered. Bottom rope leverage. Let me just complain about something real quick again. I know this is like the big episode of Hash complaining about everything because Hash is back and he's narcissistic as fuck.
Hash is back and he's whining as ever.
Exactly.
What's new, boys?
What's fucking new? How is holding a foot on the bottom rope add any leverage to a pin?
Couldn't tell you.
Good.
It doesn't. All right, so how it works when a manager is supposed to hold the foot, he's supposed to hold the foot of the guy who the client is facing so they can't lift their legs up for leverage to kick out. Okay? So having your foot on the bottom rope in general is just a stupid fucking way to, like, I've noticed, like, everybody, instead of putting their foot on the second rope, they're putting it on the second rope or the bottom rope, and it's like there's no leverage with that.
See, it's a complex thing, but actually, managers, to have your manager's license, you actually need to have a foot fetish, and they hold their feet not to help their client, but to help themselves. It makes their pee-pee big, and thus giving them the big dick energy enough to help his client stay on the pin so they can't kick out. It's all about that BDE.
All right. We move on to the ratings. Ray, what do you rate that match?
That match, I gave it an 88. It was match of the night for me.
I gave it a 77.
All right,
It
cool.
was still match of the night, I'm pretty sure, though.
Yeah.
We move on.
Well, no. What did you rate it?
What's your rating?
Honestly, it was the best match I had up until this point with a 60.
Wow.
I take my if you're gonna cheat, you gotta make it make sense.
All right then.
These
Let's
new
move.
age-
Let's
yeah,
move
go
on to the next match where we had Kyle,
What the
Kyle,
fuck is
Kyle, the
Kyle
fucking
wearing?
Kyle,
He's wearing a fan with the Oprah mask and like his stupid jacket.
going up against
You get a piece salt. You get a piece salt. Everybody gets a piece salt.
Eric Dilf Stevens.
I agree that Eric Stevens is a dilf. Yes, sir.
Yes. This was just a decent match. Like, not outstanding, but it wasn't bad.
I did enjoy the use of pocket sand. From, I think it was Eric
Yes.
Stevens.
We didn't talk about this. I did not share this with you, but that was a note of mine. KTV threw sand into Steven's face, a la Dale Gribble, and the pocket sand. Shaw.
That was fucking. Oh man! All right, you guys got any notes? Because I just got finished.
After the match, Eric Stevens called out Warhorse.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So the match ended with an end of heartache for the 1, 2, 3. What do you rate the match?
Give it a 62.
Gave this a 75.
All right, nice. If you take Cactus's rating and Ray's rating, and you subtract 30 from Ray's rating, you got my rating at 45.
Why do you take my rating though?
Don't even give your ratings for the rest of the show, and we'll just assume they're lower than the both of ours. Okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't let things go.
All right.
Sure.
Next,
we all have the same rating for the next match.
Next match, we had Shark Man and the Sea Stars going up against Shark Dad. Going up against Anthony Green and the Platinum Honeys.
All right, I didn't watch this match.
I did, and I have the most notes on this match.
This is probably the funnest match of the night.
Definitely.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, even though I fucking hate Metro AG now.
We had a spot in this match where both the Platinum Honeys, it was the Sea Stars doing it onto one of the Platinum Honeys. They each grabbed an arm and they did the wave. They did the wave, and it was devastating. Absolutely devastating.
I'm surprised her arms didn't shatter. Or
we had a submission.
So, I'm pretty sure you're gonna say the spot I'm gonna tell you about. But remember in AEW Hash when we talked shit about them for using such a dated reference with Firefest for their Fighter Fest event?
No, I remember Fight. I remember Fight or Fest.
Yeah, remember how much we bitched about being an outdated reference?
Okay, what's the outdated reference we got now?
Metro AG did a fucking Baywatch reference with the slow motion.
Yes, there was a submission attempt where Anthony Green gets into the ring and runs in slow motion to break up the submission.
Okay, but in all fairness to Retro AG, at least there was a Baywatch movie like 3 years ago. When the fuck was Firefest?
Like 2 years ago?
Oof.
And they made a documentary about it earlier the year that they had Fighter Fest.
I guess, but
right?
Hardy are AE-dub. AE-dub. You know what that means.
I hate to break up your AEW shitfest to talk more about the show that
Shitterfest? When the hell did
to talk more about the show that we're reviewing right now? Anthony Green had his opponent in a rest hold on the mat and shouts, "Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth?" The whole crowd chanted.
Place on earth.
No. The crowd chanted back, "Ooh, baby, heaven is a place on earth," and they kept singing it until about halfway through the song, where I assume everyone and the rest of us don't remember the lyrics.
See, the actual line of the song is, "Ooh, Shark Boy's got a lot of girth."
Yes, he does.
Shark Boy's got a lot of girth.
We had a sandy cheek stink face.
What did that one girl keep calling her? Keep calling her butt?
Her Judy.
Her Judy.
Yes, her Judy. Went out of the ring, purposefully got sand all over them cheeks. Went in there and gave a sandy stink face.
Shout out to the show for using the sand to its full potential.
Exactly. Towards the end, close to the finish, because I know Hash probably wants to move on because he doesn't like this show and wants to jump the finish. So we're gonna help him get there. The action goes out into the ocean. You wouldn't fucking know just from what you see because the camera doesn't follow. It's hard cam the entire show. We had to rely on commentary saying that they think they went there because the commentary couldn't see either.
Yeah,
All we know is
like,
something was happening out there, and they come back soaking wet.
yeah, half the show was like watching a wrestling event on radio.
Yes, and you're relying on shitty commentary to tell you what's going on.
Yeah, it wasn't very fun.
Because once again, they're 7 rows deep on the floor underneath the hard cam.
So in what obviously, or what could have been the best part of the match, where they actually used the ocean, we don't get to see it.
Why, like the things on a beach? Why not have the commentary on like a lifeguard tower?
Exactly, that would have been amazing. Well,
That'd been hilarious.
Let's get to the finish, boys.
Shark Boy Stunner.
Oh, Shell, yeah.
A stunner, a codebreaker, and a senton combo for the 2 Qs and a shark win.
Look, boys, Shark Boy 24/7. Let me get a shell, yeah.
Oh,
There's no Shark
Shell,
Boy 24/7 anymore. It's Shark Boy 2020. He's running with Relic, and he's gonna win.
Fuck no.
All right, boys. Ratings.
Hold on,
I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement here.
69.
69.
Fun fact: Relic is killer spelled backwards.
I'm going to relic you later.
What's Shark Boy spelled backwards?
Let's move on to the next
Wait, hold
match.
Hold on, you're gonna killer me later?
Yes, sir.
I think you mean you're gonna lick me.
I'm gonna lick you.
Crap.
Next
All right,
match,
move on.
we have
As
the
the other-
Meat Man. Meat. John Silver versus Kimberly.
The other half of the Beaver Boys taking on the other half of our first women's match of the year. Contender.
Yeah, and the third intergender match of the card.
Yes.
Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond likes intergender wrestling.
Through the fucking towel.
Yes.
How-
Oh my
how-
god.
They go
How
to
they
the
tried.
outside. John Silver goes underneath the ring. Ooh, what's he looking for? Pulls out a towel, throws it on the ground, looks at Kimberly. I'm going to put your ass through this towel. Then proceeds to perform a move onto said towel. Oh, the humanity. That towel had a family.
I'm sure she had to get taken to the hospital after that.
I put intergender match, but it's bad. See,
It wasn't bad.
look, I mean, the thing is, Kimberly is not good. I'm going to say that right now. I don't like Kimberly. I don't like her as a wrestler. I don't like her snarky attitude on Twitter. I don't like Kimberly. I like Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander performed very well. Kimberly did not perform as well. Am I saying that there's a connection between the two? No. But what I'm saying is the reason why I didn't like this match was entirely because Kimberly cannot keep up with John Silver.
At the end of this match, sorry to jump ahead of the finish. Up until this point, I was unaware that that this show was not live. Because afterwards, John Silver fucking teleports out of the ring. One second he's sitting in the ring, and 1 second he's gone.
That was just the power of the Meat Man.
Yes.
You know, we're all just cogs in the meat machine.
Meat.
That's it, guys. Have
All right.
a good night.
All right, let's get into the finish where I don't know who any of these commentators are. I didn't catch names, but he called the alligator clutch the anaconda clutch.
That killed Hash.
Yeah. The anaconda clutch for the
Okay,
1,
so
2, 3.
Can we just talk about how fucking dumb the alligator clutch is as a fucking finish? It's
No.
a pin!
Let's not talk about how shitty it is.
I
Let's
hate
move on.
roll-up pins.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Mae Young used the move. It was a credible move when Mae Young was a wrestler. You know when that was? 1902.
I need to look at your sources. I don't know. I'm not going to call you a liar, but I think you might be fabricating that.
All right, you know what? I might be. I think she was actually like I don't know, the 1800s.
All right, what do we got for ratings, boys?
I gave it a 71. It was fine.
I gave this a 77. I had fun with this match.
All right, we move on. As
Yep.
Warhorse
Okay.
takes. We're just assuming I'm going to rate it lower.
All right.
Ash rated like a 42. It's fine.
Yes, there is a woman in this match.
Actually, 50.
Oh,
I kept,
okay.
yeah,
Moving
I kept it
on.
on the upper side of 100. I don't hate women. Women hate me.
We had the ruler of ass and friend of the podcast, Warhorse, going up against Wheeler Yuta and DL Hurst.
Who's ready to rule ass? Warhorse shouted at the crowd.
I'm not.
My ass was ruled. Okay.
This was a nice, fun match. I don't know much of DL Hurst, but at seeing his back, I could tell this man has worked death matches before.
And it was a fine match. I like Wheeler. I think DL Hurst was on a GCW show once, and it was pretty okay. And Warhorse is the best at Twitter right now.
Yes.
He's like motivational Oni Lorcan. And I like it. And he rules ass.
Exactly. Who wouldn't love the ruler of ass? All right. Do we want to just jump to the finish here, boys?
You guys have to say the finish. All I got is Warhorse wins.
Well-
Double foot stomp onto the back of the head of Durst for the win.
And Warhorse retains his Independent Wrestling TV Championship.
Yes, I gave this an 80%. I kind of enjoyed this.
Yeah, I gave this a 78. Very good match.
73.
Well, we're getting closer to being on the same page.
Woo!
Yes.
The same Ricky Shane page.
Yes.
Bear Bronson and Bear Beefcake. I mean Boulder.
Bear
what's your
Boulder.
fucking name? What
It's
is your
Boulder
name?
now. We're sticking with Boulder for now.
Takes on Team Tremendous of Dan Barry and the other guy. I can never remember the
With
other
that-
I
guy.
got his last name is Carr.
With their
Oh,
with
something.
their
Bill Carr?
fucking- their
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr?
their
Derek.
black metal shirts.
Yeah, no, that was pretty fucking cool. This is a playoff of American Rana when Team Tremendous came out and kicked the ass of Bear Country after Bear Country entertained my fucking balls off.
Yeah, we actually had continuity here. Fucking ring the continuity, Maraca Cactus. Love me
we're
some
gonna-
continuity in my wrestling.
Yeah, Dan Barry did a flip that looked pretty good. There was a, what is that? Back dick and ball? What?
I don't even want to know what the spot is. Let's just leave it at that.
Backpack cannonball.
Oh. No, that's not as fun. I prefer backpack dick and ball. Or just back dick and ball.
What the fuck am I? God, I need to get better handwriting.
Yo, guys, going for the CBT slam.
Oh no, cock and balls.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. They took them all down to Dick Kick City for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate the match?
I gave it a 67.
Wow. I gave this a 76. I enjoyed it. It was a nice big boy match. And there's one thing I like. It's big boy wrestling.
Oh God, I remember the first time I did that. I was so fucking wasted. All right, I gave that a 65.
Hey.
We were talking about football, weren't we?
Yes, we were. Big boy football.
Sacked you, and they're like, we got some big boy football.
I hate
my
to
God.
stop talking about the big boy football to talk more about the show that we're reviewing right now. But next
Ken
up,
Doan!
we had the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson,
Oh my God.
versus
Oh.
Ken Doan.
All right, so speaking of Ken Doan real quick, I want to talk about the Spirit Squad. So my favorite video when Dolph Ziggler first fucking debuted was Dolph Ziggler's theme, where I am perfection, perfect, right? You remember that, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so there was a video on YouTube where
Yes, I am Nikki.
I am Nikki! Nikki! It's so fucking hilarious to me. Still is. Ken Doan.
Ken Doan.
Cam Zagami, Captain Cam.
Ken Doan is just such a good heel. He just looks like an asshole.
He looks like an asshole, and
because
honestly,
I feel like he is an asshole.
He's actually one of like the nicest guys around. And not to mention the fact that he got cucked by John Cena.
Oh man.
And then fired. What is it with WWE cucking people and firing them?
Well, anyway, Ken Doan just works perfectly as a heel because he just oozes that assholeness in his character, and he looks like $1 million.
He does.
The guy really absolutely shredded.
This was a lot better than his American Rana match. I'll tell you that much. Dickinson actually works really well with WWE guys. Who would have guessed?
Yeah. We had a spot, the spot of this match where Dickinson takes Cam Zagami's hat, puts it on, and then hits him with a Pazuzu bomb.
Oh yeah, that was
to the outside of the ring. Okay. One would assume it was onto the sand, but again, we can't see. Commentary cleared it up. He Pazuzu bombed him onto Ken Doan and Christian Casanova, who was also brought out with them. We forgot to mention that it was Ken Doan was accompanied by Casanova and Cam Zagami.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't remember that spot. I remembered my my Discord picture is a picture from that spot. So.
Are you fucking dumb? All right, gentlemen. I'm tired of homophobia in wrestling.
Definitely.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much right now.
There's no place for it. No place for it.
There's no place to keep referencing the fact that Cam Zagami could possibly be gay.
Yes.
Every fucking time he's on camera.
So commentary going, oh, Cam Zagami didn't see that. Probably checking his Grindr account. Who fucking cares if he was checking his Grindr account? That's none of your fucking business.
And it's definitely not something to make fun of.
Exactly. No. If he is, that's not a negative thing.
No, look, Cam Zagami's lonely, all right?
Yeah. He's just looking for love. He's the captain on the love boat.
He lost Effie's number. He lost Effie's number, and there's only one way to get it back.
He had to find Effie on Grindr.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, Chris Dickinson wins.
I love Effie.
Oh, yeah, no. He's great.
Chris Dickinson wins for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate the match?
I gave it a 78%. It was pretty good.
Gave this an 85. Extremely fun for me. I loved this match.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
83.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, shit.
Lord have mercy. Hash Brown Kid hath broken into the 80s. On all hands on Dick Deck.
On Dick Deck? Oh, man, all hands on Dig Dug.
Moving on.
We move on to the main event as MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, the salt of the earth and hater of Dungeons and Dragons,
takes on the Bitch Destroyer, Josh Briggs.
Oh, man. You guys were saying something about how you don't get Josh Briggs hype. Like, I think it was the day before the show.
After this show, I do.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
I like this man now. Josh Briggs just goes out there and destroys bitches. He probably doesn't like you, and he's from, what, nowhere, Arizona or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this man. I like it. I wasn't sold on him, but now I get it.
He's a very good big man with a really cool finish, because I like the choke bomb.
Definitely.
I do.
Yeah.
Early on into the match, Josh Briggs breaks out a pedigree, and MJF just kicks out at one.
No, so that was after a Crossroads kick out at one. So they're like kind of subtly training each other because MJF's part of AEW and Josh Briggs is part of Evolve, which is a subsidiary of WWE. So they're kind of a subtle joke there.
Yeah,
using Cody's finishers and
subtle joke. Do you get the joke? We get WWE versus AEW. Do you get it?
Well, I'm saying subtle. ask in the commentary, then yell about it 20 times like they usually
Commentary
do.
did mention how there's probably only one man who should use that move, though, in reference to the pedigree.
Yeah,
they're
because
talking
fuck
about
Seth
God.
Rollins.
They're talking
Yes.
about Jesus and
Yes,
God.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Little Dick Rollins.
Oof.
Oof.
He's getting pegged. All right, let's just talk candidly real quick. He's taking it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I hate to interrupt you talking about Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's sex life to talk about the show that we're reviewing, but
Just keep doing that, and I'm tired of it. I'm gonna hack off your leg with this machete.
there's a part of this match where they went out of the ring, and again, you couldn't fucking see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually wrote down in my notes what the fuck is going on.
Exactly. They go out of the ring, and I instantly turn into the Mr. Krabs meme of not knowing what the fuck is going on. Everything's shaking, and I'm scared.
Okay, this was the match where they moved the hard cam to try and catch the action, but it just made everything worse.
It was too little, too late.
Oh, Jesus. Choke bomb. That's all I gotta say for the 1, 2, 3 gentlemen. What do you rate the match?
70.
Gave this an 84. Solid match. Sold me on Josh Briggs. Wasn't anything spectacular, but it was decent. It didn't suck.
For the first time in forever, Cactus Ring the Maracas. I give it a 70 with you, my friend. All right. So as we close the book on another podcast, as we look forward to the next week in wrestling, gentlemen, what are you most excited for in this upcoming week? I personally am excited for Curtain Call.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. I can't wait to watch Curtain Call for the first time.
We already watched it. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the King of Trios tournament. I hope Team Steiner goes far. Honestly, anybody but Fist, because hashtag not my fist.
Oh,
There's
yes.
like something WWE coming up, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Heck in a Cell. And I swear to God, if Fiend versus Seth Rollins isn't in a fucking cell and has some bullshit finish.
They're running YouTube ads about it being quote unquote inside the cell, so they can't back out.
I swear to God.
Not only that. God, I fucking. All right, I'm gonna complain about WWE again real quick because I just want another women's main event. That's it. Two times ago, Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks main evented. The last time they did was WrestleMania, and what? That's supposed to be good for the year? No, fuck you. That's it.
Pretty much.
Slammiversary's coming up. No Sleep is exactly. I want to say
No Sleep is 1 week away from tomorrow.
It's the 12th. Yeah.
All right, so we got 8 days away from that, so that's probably going to be on 2 podcasts.
We're recording October the 4th right now.
We are. Day after my grandmother's birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandma Hash.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
All right.
Oliver, thanks.
Thanks, Oliver. Gentlemen, any final comments?
Well, it's good to be back. It's been too long.
It really is.
I'm happy to record this for the 5 people who listen to us. That's it from me.
Yeah, see you in another 5 weeks.
Hey, Dubs! All right, well, boys, I'm about to go have dinner, and I'm about to have some delicious cinnamon Coke. I'll talk to y'all later.
I hope we talk about the soda.